It's time for Florida State basketball. This is the Leonard Hamilton Show. Brought to you by SunTrust. Learn how SunTrust can help you live for your sunny day at suntrust.com/mysunnyday. And by Coke Zero. You don't know zero till you've tried it. Now your hosts, Gene Deckerhoff and head coach Leonard Hamilton. Hello and welcome to the Leonard Hamilton Show. Today we talk Florida State basketball and we look back on a very busy week in the ACC and a couple of very nice wins, Coach.
In the ACC, you're very happy when you come away with a victory because all the games are so hard fought, they're so closely contested, and they're exciting. And to pull off 2 in a row, where now we won 3 in a row, is very exciting.
Yeah, wins over Clemson and North Carolina State, 2 home victories. And the old saying in the ACC, Coach, you got to hold serve at home and steal a few on the road. So we hold serve at home, and that's very important.
No doubt about that, Gene. You want to win as many home games as possible because life on the road in the ACC is very, very tough.
Highlights of Florida State's big wins over Clemson and North Carolina State on today's show. And we'll also have a chance to meet new freshman Terrence Mann. That's on today's Leonard Hamilton Show. Stay with us. Welcome back to the Leonard Hamilton Show. We promised you an awful lot of basketball highlights, and we've got to get that Clemson game rolling, Coach. Florida State versus Clemson. They beat us at their place, so it was time for us to get a little payback, wasn't it?
Well, there's no doubt that we need to win the game. We try not to get caught up in payback conversations, but that's what it was.
Sometimes you say that there's no such thing as payback or revenge or whatever, but I have a feeling some of these young 20, 21-year-olds say, hey, we're going to get even with these guys. Clemson comes to town, Coach.
We got off to a good start there with X making a 3-pointer. Clemson very seldom ever plays zone defense, but for whatever reason, they've elected to play us zone twice now. They played zone at their place, and they came back in the first possession. They're playing zone again, but you see us getting a rebound, getting out and pushing the ball down the court, and we were behind a little bit there, but we were able to get some transition baskets, and that's been kind of a staple for our program this year.
Yeah, Malik gets down the court, Malik Beasley, and gets the layup from the left side with the right hand. We outscored Clemson 18-2 on fast break points, Coach. That's one way to beat the zone, isn't it?
Well, we want to get down and try to attack as fast as possible because you don't want to have to go against that zone every time. Great ball movement, ball reversal, kick out, ball reversal, and got the ball right to the basket. That's high percentage shots.
I think you challenged this team to out-rebound Clemson. They had out-rebounded us by a big number at their place.
Well, we got out in transition again. That's Terrence Mann getting the rebound and pushing it. And that's been a strength of our team because we play in a 4-guard lineup, and whoever gets the ball, whoever gets the rebound, we like to get it out and try to get some buckets in transition. There's Bacon coming out, dribbling, being very patient with the ball, taking a good look as to what the opportunities are, and you see him crossing over and frozen and hesitated for a minute and exploded to the basket. He's been very effective doing that.
He took it up over a big guy that's a shot blocker, Noko. And here's Benji Bell comes off the bench, give you some instant offense.
Well, Benji Bell is an outstanding shooter, and you're going to see him be a lot more involved offensively as we move through the remainder of the year. Here, once again, we're getting the rebound, getting the ball kicked up. There's Bacon under control, very easy could have charged, but he read the situation and pulled up and hit a nice bank shot.
And again, we do a better job on the glass against Clemson than we did back on the second day of January. And again, the fast break, one of our fast break baskets.
Well, we're getting stops and getting rebounds, and we're able to turn good defense into solid offense.
Speaking of getting the ball down the court, about 2 seconds to get a basket at the other end?
Big time play by Booker. He came all the way from the other side of the court, and he didn't give him on the play. He didn't assume that Bacon was going to make the shot. He got the tip in, and we ended up with a basket that we really needed.
Great crowd watching the Noles take on the Clemson Tigers. It's a huge rivalry in football. It's a huge rivalry in basketball. It's a huge rivalry in baseball. And it's one of our permanent partners. We play them twice every year, Coach.
Great look by X, ball screen, great cut by Beasley. Guys are starting to learn how to play with each other a little better.
Had a 4-point lead at halftime, and XRM hangs in the air and banks it off the glass, and he has a chance of a 3-point.
Now, we're playing very well, but we're only up 6, and you can see the national score is tied. I tell you, there's a lot of hot, closely contested games during the ACC, and the games can go either way. And we're playing about as well as we can play, and we still can't get in. They're still up 1 here on us, 41-40.
Devin Booker gets the ball to a playmaker, Malik Beasley, the leading scorer on this team, the leading freshman scorer in the ACC.
And we are really, we shot a high percentage in this particular game. and you see us still fighting for our basketball lives here.
You know, if there's somebody that plays like a captain as Devin Booker, he is your captain this year.
There's no doubt that Devin Booker has meant an awful lot to our team from day one. He's played very well defensively, offensively. He's doing a great job for us. There's no doubt about that.
Offensively and defensively, he leads the team in steals, one of the league leaders in steals. Devin,
I think he's 8th in the league in steals. He's number 1 in three-point shooting, field goal percentage, and he's probably, in my opinion, one of the best defensive point guards in the league.
Yeah, he's not the biggest guard in the ACC, but he knows how to pick people's pockets. There's Benji Bell with another three-point shot.
Benji Bell, Benji and Devin are really becoming a nice tandem.
Yeah, and they both come in off the bench, and look at this pass underneath. Bojo with a nice little left-handed hook shot.
The ball is moving. We're making the extra pass. I think once again his unbelievable play by Benji Bell, and a great alley-oop to a tremendous athlete in Beasley.
Yeah, an alley-oop to Malik Beasley, a crowd-pleasing slam dunk in transition. Let's watch it again. There you go.
You like to see those easy baskets, but that comes from your defense. When you get deflections and steals, you're able to get some easy buckets.
Speaking about it, may not be a basket, but it's almost an assist off the window and a tip back by the biggest guy that ever played at Florida State.
Well, that play there, I believe, was Monte Brandon. I mean, I think he did a great defensive effort by Booker. What can you say? And a great finish at the basket. And we had the little spurt there that gave us a little breathing room, but Clemson to come back. Big time block by Chris Kamaji.
Yeah. Yeah, and it initiates another fast break opportunity for us. We don't score the first time. And what's this offensive effort? Dwayne Bacon, he's strong, isn't he,
I think what we're doing, I think he just wanted to pad his rebounding statistics, so he thought he'd miss a couple so he can get some rebounds.
Well, he had 21 points, and he led the team in scoring, had a half dozen rebounds. Coach, we shoot very well, 48% from the floor. We hold Clemson to 33%.
Well, we had good defensive effort. Our rotation was good. We got a lot of deflections. We got out and got us some easy baskets. And in the past, we would get good stops, but we didn't turn it into offense. Now what we're doing, because we have a four-guard lineup, we're able to get out in transition because basically whoever gets a rebound other than the center has the ability to push the ball down the court, and it's giving us some easy opportunities because the break is starting a lot faster.
Close game at halftime. The Seminoles win by 11, 76-65. The final, FSU beats Clemson at the Tucker Center. A little later on in today's program, we'll have exciting highlights of Florida State's huge win over the Wolfpack of North Carolina State. Between now and then, a chance to meet Terrence Mann. Stay with us. On today's Leonard Hamilton Show, we promised you a chance to meet Terrence Mann, and Coach Terrence Mann comes from a basketball family. His dad played ball, his mom played ball, his mom's the head coach at URI.
Well, he has a tremendous basketball IQ. He really makes great decisions with the ball. He's multi-talented. He's improving every day. He's a good defender. He's a rebounder. He moves the ball. He makes good decisions, and he's only a freshman, so his best basketball's ahead of him.
Lane talks with Terrence right now.
This was a heralded freshman class. You were the first one to sign on the dotted line for Florida State. Why did you choose to come here?
Well, I chose to come here because of Coach CY. He's been recruiting me since ninth grade when he was at Georgia Southern. And he was there, and they gave me my first Division I scholarship. And then he left that head coaching job and came here. And he was like, as he said, I need you to come with me, Chief. So I was like, all right, I'm coming with you. You've been the first one since the beginning, so.
What does it mean to you to have a bond like that with the coach?
I mean, it means everything, being away from my family, and I've known him for 4 or 5 years, so he's like a father figure.
As far as coming here with Coach Hamilton as well, defense first.
Yeah.
How big of an adjustment is that from a high school AAU guy?
Very big, because at high school AAU, we played a diamond press, and I was at the front of the press, you know, lazy, just reaching at balls, running back to 2-3 zone, 3-2 zone. So I wasn't really like in my defensive principles, man-to-man, help defense. I mean, I always took defense serious because my mom, she's a coach, and she always drove that in me. But other than that, like, this defense is way different. You got to know all the spots on the floor, where to be when the ball's in different areas, and it's just a lot to take in, especially as a freshman.
So I understand you also played soccer, correct?
Yes. I played soccer all the way up until 10th grade. Then I hung up the cleats, I played soccer and baseball. and I was really good in both, but I just had to stop because of AAU, because we had AAU in the fall and in the spring.
We've talked a little bit about your mom. You've hinted at she's the coach. She's head coach at Rhode Island, second year up there. Coach's son. How much more prepared were you for basketball being a coach's son?
I mean, being in it every day, going to her practices, seeing what's going on, seeing how kids react, seeing defensive principles, knowing all that stuff really prepared me for college, especially because I know how our coaches, I know how they are at home, you know what I mean? I know how everything is, so it really prepared me well, just knowledge-wise.
I imagine that she's pretty tough on you as well.
Yeah, she is.
What's it like when is a conversation with you kind of like an extra practice? So you
Yes.
get tips like that?
Especially after games, she's like, you need to do this better. I didn't see you doing this. Like, she's an extension to the coaching staff, like out there watching, criticizing all the time. Not really much compliments, always criticizing what I should have done better, but it helps. It helps big time because next game I go out and I remember what she says, and it's never about offense. It's always defense. So
when you're not on the court, what are you doing?
In our dorm Onyx with Malik and Dwayne, listening to music, playing video games, just laughing because they're two funny guys. We're a really funny group of freshmen. So
I've noticed that, like at Jam with Coach Ham, you guys coming out, being introduced, sunglasses on, having fun. How much fun do you guys have?
We have a lot of fun. I mean, this stuff is hard. This stuff we got to take it serious, but we try to have fun with it. We try to stay focused with the fun. It's not like crazy fun. It's just like we're just joking with each other. It's all fun and games when we're around each other.
Yeah, I mean, obviously those guys, you talk about Dwayne and Malik, have had so much attention on them. Coming in here with them, what's that been like?
I mean, I love it because I like the position I'm in. Not really known, not many people know me, and they know them too. And it helps because I learn from that.
Welcome back to the Leonard Hamilton Show. We're talking Florida State basketball today. You know that, and we've got plenty of basketball to talk about. ACC basketball, Coach. Knock off Clemson. That's 2 in a row. Let's try to make it 3 in a row. What do you think?
Well, that's what the plan is, Gene. That's the plan.
The plan is to make it a 3-game winning streak, and that's exactly what the Seminoles are looking for when we take on the North Carolina State Wolfpack. Again, at the Tucker Center, a nice 2-game swing here at the Tucker Center in Tallahassee, and a good basketball game.
We got off to a good start. You know, Dwayne has not been shooting as well as we know he's capable of from 3, but he knocks down the 3-point, gave him good confidence. And there's Bo, once again, getting a block shot, and we pushing the ball down the court, got good spacing, which gave extra opportunity to get to the basket.
And against North Carolina State now, again, this is the second time we played them. You know, they've devised a plan to try to stop what we did up in Raleigh.
When everybody is playing the zone defense, and that's been somewhat of a mystery. Once again, we get the ball out in transition. Big time play by Monte. That's the old Monte, the guy who we got to know last year, and he's doing a very good job of, once again, pushing the ball down the court, playing with a lot of energy.
Yeah, 7 big points and aggressive. He played more aggressively in this ball game than he had earlier.
That's what we've been encouraging him to do with his book of pushing the ball down the court, shooting 55% in ACC from 3, and he gives us an easy shot. And once again, here we are, big time block, 2 blocks. Jaquez is turning into Superman there for a minute. He's doing a lot of good things for us. Will give us a lot of energy. You know, he's really coming into his own. He's been extremely aggressive. Those are 2 big time plays there.
Jaquez had 3 blocks against Boston College. He had 3 blocks, including those 2 in this ball game against the Wolfpack.
Here you go, Ben Jabel, once again, he's giving us good offense productivity. X is being patient with the ball. Boris takes a shot, follows his shots up and got us a little easy basket.
Yeah, that's follow your shot. Is that the old saying in basketball? Follow your shot.
Big time defensive play once again, being able to turn defense into offense. And that's something that's very, very important to this team. Now, Dwayne made the steal, but Booker's pressure on the ball, the passer, made the big difference.
Florida State now the offensive set. And Terrence Mann, well, how about this for a 3-point shot? Just his second made 3 in his career.
Well, here again, he's been working very hard on his perimeter shot.
Now he says, I can shoot, I can pass, and I can find an open shooter. You like to see Dwayne Bacon make that three-point shot.
Great ball movement. I like to see all our players, but especially Dwayne, because he spent a lot of time developing his skills. He's pushing the ball once again. That is what you like to see one of your guards doing. So now you have multiple handlers, multiple finishers, and that's a very hard offensive system to guard.
Is there any such thing as a safe lead at halftime, Coach?
Absolutely not. In the ACC, you know it's going to be an ACC blowout. It's probably going to end up by 4 or 5 points, regardless of what the score is at halftime.
Yeah, we're up a dozen at halftime, and NC State's going to come back and make a huge game of it. And Malik Beasley, a little slow start, but he heats up in the second half.
Well, you know, we win games by committing. Everyone's trying to contribute. There's another big-time layup, very important part of the game. That's Bacon once again finishing in transition. Big-time block. We have 7 blocks. Great skill development there by Terrence Mann behind his back pass. And great assist. But more than anything else, we got X out in transition. Most of the time, we take the ball to point guards, but now love to see our point guards getting out and getting some transition baskets.
Terrence Mann with an assist and three-point miss, but another big rebound by Terrence Mann.
That's a big-time play. Offensive rebound, turn around, get a rebound, and then dunk it. That's great.
XRM now, you know, you'd like to see a lot of those. He can light it up. He can score 30 when he's on.
Well, I guarantee you X is going to have some very good games for us this year. He's been facilitating the ball, pushing the ball, making sure everybody's involved. Wow, we're playing well. 4-point game. We go up 5. Great kick out.
One bounce, got the defender to jump, and he's got a nice soft jump shot, doesn't he?
But every one of these baskets that we made were under stress because North Carolina State came back on us. And here we are once again making an unselfish play and a very strong finish.
It's a basket-for-basketball game, Coach, down the stretch here in the second half. Good basketball game for the fans. I know coaches get a little, probably don't like a game this close, but
absolutely
the fans
not.
Like How about Boris Bojanowski, Coach?
Unselfish play, tremendous enthusiasm from the bench. You have to see your seniors, your veterans step up and make these kind of plays. We have 3 seniors on the floor here in crunch time.
Boris Bojanowski finishes with a dunk, 7-foot 2-inch senior, and Monte Brandon, the 2 seniors going to work there. Coach.
We need every one of those baskets. Here's Dwayne once again finding a way to put that ball in the hole. That was a big-time play there. Once again, game's in doubt. We put the ball right in Dwayne's hands. He knocks down a jump shot, gives us up 4, gives us a little breathing room now. Once again, we're moving the ball. Devin, being a 3-point shooter, he draws attention. And Dwayne's behind in there at the free throw line, so you have to give up something. Big time contest without fouling. Rebound, game's over.
The jump shot by Dwayne Bacon was reminiscent of the winning shot he had in Gainesville against the University of Florida. It was almost deja vu.
Well, I also think what goes unnoticed is the fact that Devin Booker, who's shooting 55%, had the ball in his hands at the top of the key, which didn't allow the defense to drop back on Dwayne, and he made a shot fake, put the ball in there in the high percentage scoring area for our basketball team. I was very pleased to come away with that shot and the victory.
77-73, Florida State beats North Carolina State. We sweep the Wolfpack this season. Coach, one number really stood out. There's no place like home, they say, and we shoot 52.5% against a very good North Carolina State defense.
And the interesting thing, Gene, we shot 52%, held them, and still only won by 4.
Another ACC blowout. That's what you call them, Coach. Florida State beats North Carolina State ahead. 2 games on the road at Wake Forest and at Syracuse. We'll come back and talk about the trip to Winston-Salem in just a moment. The Florida State Seminoles go on the road for a pair of ball games this coming week at Wake Forest on Saturday at noon and a Thursday evening tilt at the Carrier Dome against Syracuse. Coach, first things first, Wake Forest and Winston-Salem, they're a hard luck team, but on their resume they have wins over Indiana, UCLA, and oh, by the way, they beat LSU at LSU.
This is a very good basketball team. They have some youngsters, they have some veterans, and they've played everybody right down to the wire. They've had a couple of games where they faltered, but this is a dangerous team. And when you go back and watch the games for 34, 35 minutes, you don't know who's going to win the game. But the experienced team in the ACC somehow or another have been able to finish games on them. We know they're going to step up and bite somebody. We just don't want it to be us.
All right, Coach, good luck against the Demon Deacons in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Tip-off 12 noon Saturday, and then on Thursday evening, Florida State plays Syracuse at Syracuse. That's our show for this week. Thanks for joining us, and go Seminoles.
This has been the Leonard Hamilton Show, brought to you by SunTrust. Learn how SunTrust can help you live for your sunny day at suntrust.com/mysunnyday. And by Coke Zero. You don't know zero till you've tried it.